Hello everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just going on to XRP. Once again, thank you for support. Okay, bigger the CoinsKid crew. So we're going through this correction. Now I did anticipate a correction. For anyone paying attention, I've been looking at a correction because of the 5 waves up, not just on XRP, on many altcoins, and a breakout on total as well, and total too, into that resistance and retest of support. So basically, I'll go through all the charts with you in a moment why I'm not too bearish just yet until I start to see a little bit more data and structure going forward, because obviously these corrections are horrible. We go through them. For anyone that's new to the crypto space, it's very volatile. In impulses, when you see a big move up, if you're buying the top of that big green candle, you're going to get big red dildos, you're going to get shafted. And this is something I relay in the content in the channel right here, where you should be buying is these drawdowns, which is exactly what we're going through right now. So I'll zoom in into the charts in a moment for XRP and look at the structure, but going forward, I think we're going through a correction. It's an anticipated correction for anyone paying attention. And the previous XRP video right there said in a monthly candle, you probably see a wick at the bottom and then a huge god candle, a huge body that makes all-time highs, because that's exactly what we did in the previous breakout right there. So we've got that Marubozu candle, beautiful, beautiful bullish candle in the month of November. Right now we're having a correction as anticipated, and boom, we should continue to show once we find the bottom of this C wave. So I'll zoom in because it's exactly where I think we are. I think we're in the bottom of this C wave right now. So typically what I look for is a couple of metrics. I'll go through them with you, and obviously bullish divergence as well on multiple time frames right there to increase the probability that the correction's over. This is something I'm trying to relay to you. So I was looking at this correction for anyone paying attention, a crypto observation, squeaky bum time, be careful building longs and buying spot here. Since the end of July, the month end into the month start, we have seen a decent correction in crypto. July to August was a 26%, August, September 10%, September to October 6%, October to November 7%. So you can clearly see, since we bottomed for XRP in August, we've come up and we had a 10% correction, 6% correction, 7% correction, and right now we're going through quite a big correction after such a huge beautiful move up that was anticipated on this channel. So right now I'm just potentially we're looking at another continuation there and a breakout, all-time highs for XRP, unless I start to see the data and structure tell me otherwise. So I'm going to show you all the confluence I find in other charts to build this analysis that okay, we are looking at all-time highs towards the end of the month here leading into January. Now it doesn't mean I'm a moon tile, bull tile, whatever. It's just a setup that I'm looking at, and I'll obviously show the invalidation going forward, but so far so good. We'll dive into charts in a moment, but if you take a look here, perfect. Look at this, end of July correction, end of August correction, end of September correction, end of October correction, and as we rolled up we pushed up a little bit more, and then boom, we're rolling into the correction. So I'm going to look at the total chart with you and the total 2 chart in a moment, but so far so good. I think we've got clues in the S&P 500 that we are in this big vertical over the next few months here. So let me dive into the charts right now and show you what I'm looking at. Okay, so looking at Tether dominance, we've bounced right on cue. Look at that technical target that I've given you way back here. I said to you, once we break down here, this will be my technical target. The initial target was the descending triangle. Look, boom 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 boom, we broke down to this neckline, 4.18%, had a bit of a retracement, and boom, we dropped again. And right now, right on cue, look at that, boom, we've smashed into that target. It's beautiful. This has been a very good time for myself and the CoinsKid crew. For those people paying attention, I went traveling, I took some profit way back in April and May of this year. Pay yourself in May, sell and go away, and all that kind of business. I went traveling, went to Euros, went America, came back, literally jumped back in. I relaying all them opportunities to you, and one of the confluencing factors to the breakout, to the big upside in the crypto markets was this chart. Descending triangle, breakdown on the flag, back test this resistance, and boom, the drop, the technical target. Like I said to you, I think we've got verticals in crypto, XRP, Bitcoin, so on and so forth. So right now we've actually bounced, just like we bounced there, we came back up and then dropped through. We've actually bounced right on cue on the flag, bottom of the target basically. So you've got this channel coming down like this, and again the nature of that correction, the nature of the overlapping zigzaggy waves was given as the clue at this point when we started to reverse, coming up like this, and you start to roll over like this. This here was a major clue, as I relayed to you against herd mentality, that we were going to see this big move up, and it's been absolutely beautiful. Made a lot of money in the process against herd mentality. So right now we just got to kick back, relax. We've met the technical target. If we do go again, I think there's a very interesting level of support here, 3.25%. Now we've bounced off 3.8%. We're coming up like this, potentially some kind of ABC, as we're starting to see ABCs in the crypto market and XRP price structure as well. So we need to pay attention. Let's keep an eye on the Tether dominance, because at the moment, if we do start to find resistance and we do begin to come back down and another flush to the downside, meeting this target here, what we see overall from this macro bottom, which is basically the macro top in this particular chart, is a 1, ABC2, a 3, ABC4, and then a final fifth to the downside basically, which is basically like this. So this is where we could be right now. We found support, coming back up, and then we drop again. Find support, support, come back up, and we drop it again for the last leg before, you know, obviously we roll into that huge retracement coming back up. Now keep an eye on the tether dominance, because I've not got a crystal ball. If it does begin to break out and start to come up like this, and you know, this is it. You know, you've had your 5 waves down, that's it. You know, it's coming for the bigger move to the upside. At that point, you're looking at a deeper correction than I actually anticipate here in the crypto markets, and especially for XRP. But I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I do think that the fact that we've done here, you see this low here, we've actually pierced through that in a wick. Look at that. I think at the moment we've got an A, B, C, as we've got in crypto and Bitcoin, XRP. So at this point, if we can find resistance and we begin to roll and we come back down and we see this level of support, this could be an exit point for you in Bitcoin and obviously XRP before we get that bigger macro correction kicking in right there. So I think the tether dominance is a very important chart. We've been looking at this chart as an inverse correlation, and this is why I've been able to make so much money on XRP and many altcoins and obviously Bitcoin as well. So I think that the fact that we've pierced this low here, we're actually now in a target to this level here, around about 3.25%. So we'll keep an eye on this as best we can, because at the moment we're tracing the move. If we do start to break out, okay, XRP is in a world of trouble. At that point, you know, we're breaking the structure of this downtrend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's done at that point. ABC coming back up. A future level of resistance could be here, around about, what is that, 7.53%. So at that point, you would imagine, just like this particular point here, where you're coming up zigzagging like that, and here as well, boom, 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 we've got some kind of bigger macro correction on our hands there going forward. So I think the tether dominance is a very, very important chart to pay attention to. Now, at the minute, it doesn't mean I'm a mood tard or a bull tard, whatever. My target at the moment, the fact that we've lost that low, I think we're in a 1.272 Fibonacci extension here. Now, how do I derive that target? It's really simple. So if I go from the top there to the bottom, the 1.272 lines up with that. So that's my minimal target that I'm looking for, 3.25%. Now, if at that point I start to see 5 waves up across the charts on XRP and VeChain and Cardano and, you know, Chainlink and Bitcoin especially, then I think we've got an increased probability of a bear market beginning at that particular point. So, you know, the fact that that's a target right now, and the fact that you've pierced the 1 fib and you're retracing, looking for the continuation in this particular chart, it could be a major clue that this area here, you know, in a final 5th wave to the downside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this area here, if we get down to these levels, I think we've got a major risk of a bear market if we get down to them levels. And a lot of people say moon top, bull top, whatever, but or bear top, whatever. I'm just relaying the data to you. So far so good. We're running these waves like an absolute boss, but I need to see a little bit more bullish structure from this particular chart before I can get, you know, overly bearish on XRP. So in confluence of this particular ABC that we're going through right now, I think that's exactly what we're going through on XRP as well. So let me zoom into another chart with yourselves, the total chart, the total cryptocurrency market cap. So at the moment, I think that we are actually in a technical target to the 1.272, around about 3.25%. We've met my initial target. Look at that. We're coming down in waves. Look at this, coming back up. We see another drop. Then, okay, we're looking at another continuation and a breakout as confluence of the fact that this drops. We will see XRP pop basically and make all-time highs. And that is basically the confluence I'm looking for in this particular chart. It doesn't mean I've got a crystal ball. It doesn't mean I'm a moon tar, bull tar, whatever. It's just data that I'm looking at. And obviously, I'm going to relay that as soon as the data is invalidated, you know, we start to see bullish structure in this particular chart, then obviously we're going to see bearish structure in XRP. Let me dive into another chart right now, total. So looking at total market cap right now, the ticker is total, and this is basically the crypto total market cap. You can get this, just go to TradingView right there and put the ticker in. Now this is my primary account. It's been my primary account for a very long time. That, you know, from this bear market bottom in 2018, we actually began a beautiful impulse here. So there's your bear market bottom, there's your impulsive wave 1, your zigzag corrective wave 2, which is basically a zigzag, A, B, C, really simple. Then you got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup. Then you've got your expanded flat wave 4, A, B, C. So this was a bull trap, okay, and I've relayed this to you many years. This was a bull trap, B wave high, and the confluence is equal in the XRP chart. So there's your C wave. In C we've got the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, okay. Like I said to you, the 5 wave counter, absolute boss. And this is what we're looking at right now. We are in 5 wave to the upside territory. So the risk of a macro correction coming back is increasing, just like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all out, you know, so we're pushing up. But what I love in this particular account is the Fibonacci. Okay, the Fibonacci in this is absolutely on point because it's exactly where we began this correction on the 1.272 fib. So look at that for confluence. We equally began the correction. If you take a look, there's your high in May of 2021. There's your B wave, your bull trap high. This is exactly where, if you take a look on the 1 fib, this is exactly where we began a correction as anticipated at that high way back then as well. So we had that huge macro zigzaggy horrible wave correction. Look at that. It shaked a lot of people out. But like I said to you at the time, I think it's a macro correction. I think it's a wave 4. So from this bottom here, we've got a 1 into a 2 into a 3 into a 4, and right now we're in the final 5th wave territory coming up, just like this. 1 2 3 4 5, final 5th wave territory coming up. So I have my targets. One is the 1.272 at 3.63 trillion. Look at that, right on cue. Correction coming back, everyone's losing their mind, saying bear market and things like that. But I think to jump into conclusions until we start to see a little bit more structure and going forward, I don't necessarily think we've begun a bear market at that particular point, because at the moment we've got the 1414 fib at 4.35 trillion and we've got the 1.618 at 5.63 trillion. So at the moment there's no moon tardism, bull tardism or whatever. If we start to see the tether dominance break down and we start to go through this potential wave 4 correction before continuation, I think we're in this sort of end phase right now, and there's a lot of confluence within many of the charts, and one of most charts is the XRP chart. So going forward, I think we've got a clean break here, 1 into an expanded flat 2, and right now we're 3, we're breaking out. Like I said to you at this point here, and I'm relaying this in all the videos, I think this is a 3 of 3 coming up. It's the power to take out that high, the all-time high, and push above it. Now again, equally as confluence, if you take a look at that level there, we found no resistance there, okay, significant resistance. This is why I do think that is a bull trap. So again, the price structure is a confluence of the fact that this particular count that I'm looking at, the 1 into the zigzag 2, the 3 into the expanded flat 4, and the final 5th wave, the confluence within the price structure and the Fibonacci within itself. Look at this beautiful fibs, resistance to support along the way, and the tap into the 1.272. So this is my primary count, and I think this is the count that's in front of us right now. And if we hold this support for potential, 1 ABC 2, 3 breaking out, 4 final 5th wave coming up, we're in the end phase right now. We're in the sort of latter stage of this bull market, and at that point we'll begin a whopping bear market that will retrace to this low, not this low. And that's my primary count, because 1 2 3 4 5 ABC coming back to where you came from in 2018, sorry. So it'll be a whopping bear market, shake a lot of people out, but this has been my primary anticipation and expectation. For anyone paying attention, I've had this count for a very, very long time with yourselves, and it's never changed basically. And the invalidation in the C wave all the way down was losing this wave 1 high, which is what we didn't do. Okay, so again, equally, you know, I've shown you this many times. If you take a look, I know a lot of people said I'm an idiot and things like that, but if you take a look at this particular scenario, from this peak to trough, that was roughly 72.62%, and then from this peak to trough, which is a true top, to the bottom was basically 71.23%. So I think there's similarities with the correction as well, and I've gone through this with you multiple times, that this was a corrective phase of a bull market, this was a corrective phase of a bull market, because this is your bull market, this is your big macro 5-wave move up that's begun at that bear market bottom. So my primary expectation, a lot of people say moontard, bulltard, you don't know what you're talking about, that this is an impulse, and then we're going to have a horrible ABC that comes back down to this low, loses this low, and everyone's losing their mind. But not me, because I'll be buying all this blood, fear and depression down there in the future for XRP and Bitcoin. So I think we are technically in the last leg here going forward for Bitcoin and XRP. And what I'm looking at is a completion of a potential wave 4, some kind of 1 expanded flat 2, 3, 4, 5. We get up to these levels, then yeah, you know, I'm seriously looking to jump ship and move away from this market, exit, and then buy back all the blood, fear and depression in this big rug pull that potentially loses this low, which is where people think the bear market was basically going forward. It's going to be a massive shakeout, and I'm prepared for that, and I've been looking at this for a very long time with yourselves. So anyway, let's dive into the XRP chart right now to see what we can see. Okay, so look at XRP on a monthly time frame. I think we've got rinse repeat on Crypto Street, so I can't be too bearish just yet, and obviously in time I will become bearish, but what we're looking at is a big macro 5-wave move up there on XRP within itself. And typically I think we will get that final 5th wave in XRP as we create that alt season, and I've relayed that, you know, in many charts with you, what we need to see in the Bitcoin chart and confluence of the total chart as well. So this is my primary expectation at the moment. It doesn't mean I'm a perma bear, perma bull, whatever. I just think we've got, you know, more room in this particular market with the counts that I'm looking at and confluence in many of the charts as well. So going forward, I think that this is where we are right now. We're in this second candle on the break. This is exactly the candle we're in on the monthly. So again, a lot can happen in the monthly. We've had this little pullback. If we continue to show here, we should be attacking the all-time highs, pretty much like what we did in that particular candle in December. Then the follow through, look at that, the big third candle. This is where you really did break out and put that huge impulse in. So this is my primary expectation. A lot of people say moontard, bulltard, whatever, but I'm just relaying the data to you, and this data is what's got us here so far. So this compression left to right, compression lead to expansion, ascend level support, right towards the apex, descend level resistance, right towards the apex. What's happened? We've got a huge break, exactly what we did here. Resistance, 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 support, 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 break, see you later. So far we are following it to an absolute T. So if we do start to come up and we do something like this in December, start to come up, fill this wick, and we attack these highs, we could have initial level of resistance at a correction at that point, and then boom, we follow through in January, pretty much like what we did there. Look at that, so beautiful. So one thing we never did in this particular candle, we never broke down here. Okay, we never broke down in this particular time frame, we never broke down like this. Okay, so if we do start to do something like this here, then we're not doing what we've done there. So again, like I said to you, price structure is boss. So we'll zoom in right now to see what we can see, but so far so good. It is playing out exactly like it has before, and like I said to you, I think that this particular cycle is happening right here under our noses, and a lot of people are looking at that, and this is why I've been accumulating XRP on all these ascending levels of drawdown. This is why I've been buying it, you know, not crying basically. We've been buying. So basically, let me dive into the daily time frame to show you what I'm looking at right now going forward for XRP. Okay, so looking at XRP on the daily time frame, my primary expectation at the moment, a lot of people saying moon tile, whatever, but I think we've got a 1 into a 2, and then this is a 3, and right now we're in a 4, and then we've got to find a 5th wave. And you know, like I said to you for many years, that this breakout here, this huge wave up, it will be the wave which takes out this green line here, which is your April of 2021 high right there, and this red line, which is your all-time high, you know, which is typically what I see in these monster third waves, basically, you know, in my experience in crypto, and so far so good. That, you know, the last hurdle right now is this red line. So this is my primary expectation at the moment. We've got a 1 into a 2 into a 3 into a 4 into a 5. So this 4 can be quite nasty, it can be prolonged and so on and so forth, you can get deep and things like that, but we've just got to be patient, because that's exactly what I think we've got right now. We've got a 3-wave structure. If you take a look at the daily, you know, got a beautiful 1 2 3 4 5 setup. You're breaking out right now. This is a 3-wave move, look at that. So that's always synonymous. If ever you see 5 waves up, 1 2 3 4 5, and you start to see 3 waves coming back like that, then that's an ABC, and then you get the continuation, so on and so forth. So at the minute, credit where it's due, a 3-wave structure is an ABC, so possibly ABC completed, go sideways in a range. If we start to see some kind of ascending triangle there, get to break out, okay, we'll start to entertain long positions, looking forward, and you know, the resistance break right there, that all-time high, is on the table in front of us. So you know, stay tuned for that. I'll try and build some long positions going forward, but I won't jump and degen into any long positions just yet. I need to see a little bit more structure on the lower time frames there, bullish divergence, so on and so forth, building up, you know, for XRP before, you know, we get the confidence. Okay, we've got an increased probability of a long playing out with very minimalist trade, and this is exactly what we've been doing down at these lows when XRP was having its correction from sideways, from left to right. You know, come up in impulse, ABC expanded for that correction. It's horrible, it's nasty, but right at the foot, right at the bottom here, what did we do? We've got a beautiful ascending triangle. There's a low, resistance, high, low. On the micro time frame, we've got the 5 waves down, which I relay to you. Boom, there's your stop loss, there's your entry point, boom, breakout, beautiful. And this is a lovely little opportunity. So I think potentially we just got to be patient there. If I do spot the setup as some kind of reversal pattern on the micro time frames, then obviously I'll relay that in real time in the Discord. This is why it's a lot easier for me to do that and keep the updates. But right now, I do think, and a lot of people say you know, hopium boy and things like that, but I think that the structure and the wave count here is leading to correction and then another impulse to the upside for XRP. You know, a lovely little breakout over the next few months here. I wish you most luck. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. But if you're looking for more regular real-time updates, definitely get involved in the Discord crew. So from left to right, if we can see some kind of pattern right now, reversal pattern, just like we did there, build a confluence of, you know, the bottom's in, that's it, the correction's in, build some positions long, you know, not over leverage, don't be a degen, don't put your life savings, and then we'll get that lovely little break that takes out the all-time high. And I think at that point as well, we should be in a major vertical going forward for crypto. Okay, I enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Back soon with another update on XRP. Bye bye.